Yo, man, it's time to do this.
Hi, I'm Carcina.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Carcino. live. And Drake just won't stay down. Stay down, Rocky. Stay down. You've already lost the belt, Rocky. The fight's over. Okay, they got the smelling salts. You got knocked out. Stay down. What the hell is you doing? Oh my gosh. I'm just so sick of talking about Drake. Y'all think I like talking about Drake? I don't. I want to. Will you all tell him to stop doing stuff so I would stop having to talk about it? I didn't even want to talk. I tried to avoid this email. Man, you got to talk about it. You got to talk about Drake, man. He trying to get Kendrick. He trying to change the narrative right before the concert. Talking about ghosts don't worry about one-trick ponies. Oh, my goodness. The whole narrative about the one-trick pony, we're going to go into that. Because I'm going to explain all of that and what he's trying to do. And he's somebody who think they're too smart for their own good. That's Drake. But it comes off, like what he comes off as smart, it's really corny. And he just don't see it. He really is stuck in his arrogance and believes like I'm an all-time legend. I'm an all-time great. I'm there with Michael Jackson. You're there with Michael Jackson in awards, Drake. In awards. That's about it. You never was at the level of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson can go anywhere in the world. He was the most popular person. Drake can't go to Bucharest. Go do a show in Bucharest. And Michael Jackson never got booed off stage. You got booed off stage. It was like they had to send the Sandman out there to come pull you off stage. That was a Frank Ocean concert. And you thinking you on the level of Michael Jackson? Do you actually know how big Michael Jackson was in the world? The world, Drake. Yeah, you do a couple of concerts here and there outside, but you're never at the level of what Mike was. Not in business, not in anything. That man owned half of Sony. Okay, you're not Michael Jackson. He had the Beatles catalog. He was smart enough to buy that at the height of his success. You're not Michael Jackson, son. Give it up. So I don't know what you're talking about, the GOATs. All right. There was a time about 7-8 years ago where I'm like, Kendrick got to call your name because he was throwing these shots. But I'm like, Kendrick, if you really want this, call the dude name out and get it on. Or just don't. Kendrick had dropped the Untitled album with all these untitled songs. and they seemed like a collection of songs that didn't make the albums from his previous albums. And I thought they were just mediocre and terrible. And I'm just like, what is this? And they were like, oh, these are the untitled songs. I think it was probably one of them. And I was like, that thing didn't go anywhere. Like, it didn't even move. There was no advertisement for it or nothing. It was just thrown out on like streaming networks. And I was just like, man, okay, they just did that. What does that even mean? Like, what is the purpose of that? And I remember telling everybody, like, look, right now, Drake is the best artist in the game. He was on top. Kendrick was taking that away from him. He was threatening that. That Nothing Was the Same release, everything, Drake was upset with that. That Control verse ruined his whole run, his whole promo run for Nothing Was the Same. So he had to talk about Kendrick and Control every time he was doing his album. So he just made sure to downplay it and downplay Kendrick Lamar. It got very sensitive. And it's always these sensitive rappers that seem to lose. Too much sensitivity. Now, this lady said something that was pretty interesting. I want y'all to hear her. Now, listen to what she had to say.
Tell me you heard that Drake didn't write Mob Ties. Tell me you heard it, because apparently the reference track leaked. And when I tell you, it's not just the beat. It's not the melody. It's not the flow. Man's went 3 for 3, bar for bar, even with the lyrics. The exact same. I was watching a video and one of the comments said, like, along the lines of, Drake is an actor and right now his role is a rapper. The songs are his script. Like, everyone is writing them for he is just performing them. This is the role of a lifetime. This man have ghostwriters out the wazoo. I don't think there's a Drake original anything. I don't think there's a Drake original anything. This man probably can't rap on a beat to save a life. You know what? I feel like I have never genuinely seen this man freestyle.
Going toe-to-toe with the most formidable opponent probably.
Now, listen to what she said. Oh, God, get that fat rat off the screen. But listen to what she just said. He's an actor who's playing a rapper, and his rhymes are his script. That's deep. He's an actor portraying to be a rapper. That's deep. Now, we do know R.B. Graham's career. So through his career, he has been pushed to the level of someone who is definitely trying to, come up or go through a whole degree of different things. He's tried to dabble in music, but right now the acting world was paying money and that was paying the bills. So he was acting, but still rapping on the side. And he came up and did his thing. No one can take that away from him. And no one's doing that. Like, he made his hits. Those are done. All the Take Care and all the songs he did in the past. But like past 2017 on, I can't think of anything that he made that was of note. Since he got away from his Cash Money deal and all that at the Scorpion album, really, it ain't been anything of note. It's been all this trap music and drill music type of Drake songs. him featuring with Gunna, you know, and it's just trap song, got the trap song, and he's just hopping on every trap song, and that's his new wave now. I'm gonna get on these people's songs, and that's gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna be rapping with them. Now I'm rapping with 21 Savage. That's the new wave. Get on somebody's stick and ride it. And now people that now he's unfollowing people and blocking people. Academics can't talk to him no more. Joe Budden can't talk to him no more. He's ghosting these people. He don't want anything to do with them no more because they failed him. He thought they could sway the public to believe in him. And the way Joe Budden is celebrating your loss, fool, you think he liked you? Joe Budden never liked you. Why would he like the man that's took two of his women out? He's a jealous individual. Even when he's not dating the girl no more, he still believes they're his woman. He was hiding under a bed because she was going out with J.R. Smith, sending him threatening messages. Have you noticed there's a common thread with Joe? His women leave him for better men, and he can't take it. Now, why do we have to keep talking about this? He's trying to get ahead of what's coming. So he's trying to get some traction. He wants to get out there and try to show to try to show to Kendrick that he is a good father. Because he don't know nothing about that. Waking him up, don't know nothing about that. So now that the world can see you don't know nothing about that. And you just faking it for the funk, faking the funk for the people. They don't believe you're genuine. And when the people don't believe you're genuine, you can't be successful in this game. So moving forward, I don't know what they're going to do with you. You're going to have some fire. And dropping little notes on Kendrick, because if Kendrick hit that stage and blow that up, you think that's not finna have an effect? That's going to be seen across the world. It's going to get streamed on Twitch and Prime. It's going to go viral. Everybody's talking about it. You think he got to contact Kai Cenat? Nope. You think he got to contact that doggone SA rat academics? Nope. He don't have to talk to them at all. They're going to cover it for him. Everybody's going to cover and review that. Why? Because it's the biggest thing in the world. And you should be happy. You're attached to it, but not in the light that you want. So now, let's get to this quote. For those who didn't know and want to know what this whole thing means, just like he did with the Whitney line and the bodyguard trying to allude to Dave Freeze being Kendrick's bodyguard for his wife. That's her bodyguard, Dave Freeze, is Kendrick's boy. And the movie The Bodyguard, Whitney Houston was with Kevin Costner, and she slept with Kevin Costner. And Kendrick's fiance name is Whitney. So what a coinkydink, right? So the One Trick Pony line, as he highlights it, One Trick Pony is a movie played by the Jewish Paul Simon, the musician who made Call Me Al. And it's about, well, hell, let's go ahead and show you what's it about, and then you can put that together.
Marriage breaking up. You left Maddie and me.
Paul Simon and Blair Brown, One Trick Pony, a film from Warner Brothers.
Opens Friday at the
Now, One Trick Pony with Paul Simon and Blair Brown is about Paul Simon, a musician who's been trying to make a hit his entire career. He's fading out, he's aged, and it's having an effect on his marriage. He's got a wife, he's got a kid, and the marriage is struggling. As he's struggling to keep it all together while trying to go after his music career, trying to balance it, all together, and he's struggling to do so. So Drake's alluding to this as the kid, the marriage, the whole thing, the theme of the movie, saying One Trick Pony. And I mean, because it doesn't make any sense. The whole statement, what's the one trick? You're a one trick pony. What's the one trick pony? If anybody's a one trick pony, it's you. You put out 3-4 disc records, and it's the same cadence. It's the same flow. It's the same everything. It's just bland. And it's like you have no creativity to your style, and it was just basic. And the people who wanted to defend you and try to say you wrong, you made them look stupid and lose all their credibility. So now you even got Maul talking about he's going to go there just to hate. He's going to go to Kendrick Lamar show just to hate. It's just all this kind of crazy talk is amazing to me. But it's also funny how these same people come over here and say, you talk about Drake every day. These dudes, whether it's Joe Budden, Rory and Maul, Gilly and Wallow, and all these other podcasts, they talk about it like every day, and nobody says a goddamn word. So, man, I'm trying to get away from talking about it. I let this go for days, but people keep asking me about it. I said, well, damn, I might as well just say something about it and get it over with. But I don't want to be talking about Drake every day. I had the mouse in the damn thing, and I talked about that and told people, hey, somebody put that mouse in there. You ever seen a mouse get stuck in the crevices? They don't even have spinal cords like that. They could squeeze under anything. So how the hell he gets stuck? So, like I said, it's one of those days, right? One of those things not to even sweat. Nobody's even caring. And like, he has no momentum right now. His album that's supposed to be coming out, the best thing that ever happened to him is Lucian putting that album out, pushing it back. Lucian pushing your album back is the greatest thing ever for your career. Because it's done. You have nothing left. I'm serious. Like, you have nothing can come of this. Oh, yeah, you was reaching out to 50 and his people. 50 can't get you out of this. You see, the people that you thought that could help you in this battle, can't help you. You're actually going against somebody to where your superpowers are neutralized. You can't beat Kendrick. Okay. Hit the like button, subscribe to the page, ladies and gentlemen. This is the problem that people don't understand that's going on around here. And you're losing a fight that you decided to go out and mention this guy's name. And once you did that, you opened Pandora's box, and now you let the jack out of the box. You walked into a successful chess move. It was a complete buzzsaw, and the whole world got to see it live. It destroyed Academic's credibility, and now he's trying to roll over to Kendrick's side because he sees where it is now. Is Kendrick Lamar the savior of rap? No, there is no savior of rap. I don't know why they give him the label of where he says he's rap saviors. No, he's not a rap savior or a hip hop savior. But what he does is he honors the art. So compared to where it is now than where it was 7 years ago, it's even worse. 7 years ago, yeah, you had other guys who was really good with their pen, who was creative and rapping. 7 years later, shoot, he's like the only one left. Nobody else is even they're not allowed to. The music game is so crazy right now. The record labels have cornered the market. So independent is the only thing you got left. They're like, everything has to flow through them. They circled the wagons and said, we're going to control all distribution of records. All these subsidiaries and all that, we're going to make them all run through us for distribution. And if you want to survive in this new millennial era, this is what you got to do. And when Method Man and Redman got booed at Summer Jam, Method Man said he's never performing another Summer Jam again because of the generational gap. That's it. They can't appreciate what they brought to the table. Nah, then I'm not coming back. There's so many people who don't seem to get it. They seem to, in a way, believe it's in their best interest to move in an energy that they carry themselves in. And it's all good. Like, oh, Drake dropping new disc records and new tracks. And it's like, are we serious? Are we serious? When he thought Kendrick was running from him, Kendrick was working. When you thought Taylor Swift was holding him back, he was working. He was making Euphorias. He was making all of these songs. And there are songs we haven't even heard yet. that supposedly is better than like all of them we've heard, where he goes even deeper. But it was contingent on what Drake would do. If Drake kept the family out of it, he was not going to release Meet the Grams. Once Family Matters dropped, Meet the Grams came out and followed it. That was the plan. If you don't cross the line, I won't burn you. Not Like Us was already done with 3 verses and was ready to come out. It was complete. That was the anthem record, and that's what the one he was saving to be his slam dunk. That was the home run ball. And he had that one set to go. Now, when you play Family Matters and came out with it, and he came out 18 minutes later and dropped Meet the Grams, you were in check. Then you didn't even make a move. And bang, checkmate. You were done. Family Matters, all he did was add one more verse. After hearing Family Matters, he just added one more verse. And by the next day, it was over. But pat yourself on the back. It was entertaining. You should have embraced the loss and said, this is a good sparring back and forth, hey, but you tried to come out and put out I'm Not a Pedophile song, and that's not going to work. I'm not a ped. I mean, it was like a declaration song. It was horrible. I mean, you don't even say, if I'm not effing a child, it's like, dude, you don't even say those words. Doomed yourself. Completely doomed yourself. And now you looked at it as a joke. And on June 19th, you're going to be running the lawyers. Because when he hits that stage on June 19th and he does Not Like Us, it's going back up again. That song is going right back to number 1. And it is the song that basically points to you as an idiot. Oh, yeah. I knew he was in trouble. And I knew that they were pivoting and the people around him were struggling to come up with some like smart ideas when this whole thing started. They had no goals. They had no idea of what they were doing. They were just doing things. Reactionary. And everybody in his team was very happy with Kendrick not responding. They made Drake believe and he drunk the Kool-Aid. Now, his verse on Taylor Made, on the last verse when he was rapping as himself and wasn't trying to do Tupac and Snoop, it was actually pretty good. He was real confident, had a lot of jokes in there. That one was actually pretty good. Going for him. And talking about you got to follow through and all of this. And now he's like living to regret those words. Now, this is what left. Your music career is on the line. You got a $400 million deal with Sony that's tied into everything. That's a 360 deal, buddy. So you better gear up for another tour. You just did like back-to-back tours because you need that money coming in quick. Because Sony's got to eat. You got to get some number ones in there. Your songs haven't been going to number one. They've been in the top 10 charts, but then they fall right off. Nobody's been talking about anything. For All the Dogs ended up being trash by the people. A lot of people that hate that album. And said, oh, Drake caught his first break. Yeah. Then he started, after the success of Her Loss, and which was really the 21 Savage album featuring Drake. Certified Lover Boy was probably the best one he's put out since Scorpion. Because everything else has been kind of mid. And Certified Lover Boy was better than Her Loss to me. It still is, it has some vintage Drake. He had a lot of energy. He's going at it with Kanye West still. So he had a lot of pent up energy to get things off of his chest. And it was some old vintage, old school Drake. But now, like, no friends in the industry, so he had his hits. But here's where the problem is. His confidence was high. When Jay-Z got rocked by Ether, he put together some of the worst songs in his hip-hop career. He was in a daze. And when you have an artist that is putting out hit after hit, and now it seems like they're searching for hits. They're putting out songs with Bono and Jay-Z, and it's like, and people around you are all yes, man. They like, oh man, that's hot. That almost ruined Jay-Z's career. Now, Jay-Z just signed a huge deal with Roc Nation at that time. So they had to panic and find a way to recoup the money, because they released this album thinking it was going to do great in sales, and sales was horrible because they had the worst single ever with the Me and My Girlfriend remake with Beyonce. Nobody liked that record when it came out. Nas had the streets going, they shoot it, all made you look, and then you come out with Me and My Girlfriend. And it was like Nas was getting crowned as the king of New York while you walking around talking about Me and My Girlfriend with Tupac. So that's where it is now. Oh man. So I'm gonna get out of here, man. I want to say God bless everybody out there. Don't forget to subscribe to the page, hit the notification bell, and we will be covering Power Book 2 every week. That's right, Power Book 2. We will be doing reviews on Power Book 2. Your boy Carcino right here has got you. And Stephen A. Smith, I'm still on your head, boy. Don't think I ain't forgot about you. LeBron James, we still on your head. So it's all going down, as we will be covering the NBA Finals as well. All of it's going down, man. We doing everything. One-stop shop right here with your boy Carcino for life. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Armando Black TV, The Star Report. Welcome to HDII TV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, and we out the door.